So this is what the inside of an enclosure looks like after all of the butterflies have eclosed from their chrysalises. This was the bigger of the two littles enclosures. The bigger, the caterpillar anyway. We had two littles enclosures. And so these are all empty chrysalises from butterflies that have successfully eclosed. The side has all kinds of dried fluids down it. The bottom is littered with dried fluid. So when a butterfly ecloses, it comes out very small, with very small wings and a fat, short abdomen, and it pumps its blood throughout its body, which pumps up its wings, making its wings bigger, and pumps up its body, making its abdomen get longer and thinner. And then when it's complete, it shoots out the rest of the fluid or blood that it no longer needs. So that is what all of this is. And this is one of the reasons why I keep a layer of paper towels at the bottom of the enclosure, because if a butterfly was to fall in a puddle of fluid on the bottom, its wings would become very wet. It would become kind of stuck there, and just, it's a bad scenario for the butterfly. So I keep the paper towels on the bottom and here. That way it soaks up the fluid, and in case a butterfly falls from the top onto the bottom, it won't fall into a big wet puddle of fluid. It'll fall onto something that's dry. So let me show you the front of the enclosure. It also has dried fluid all down the front. So what I do is I take the enclosures into my bathroom. I remove all of the chrysalises. They make this weird crackling, crunching noise. I'll take down a few so maybe you can hear the noise that they make. Alright, let me try to go back here and do it. It's just this dry, crispy, empty shell that's left over. And then you can see the silk there at the top that's still attached to the cremaster. So I take all of the chrysalises out. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a whole bunch of them that are all attached to one big silk pad. And then a whole bunch will come off at the same time. Once all of the chrysalises are out, I collapse the enclosure flat and I put it in my bathtub and cover it with water and bleach. And I let it soak for at least 10 minutes. Sometimes if all of the stains don't come off, I'll spray it with a more concentrated bleach and water solution, and then I'll let it kind of soak again, and then afterwards I just rinse it off really, really well, like multiple times on each side. Before I rinse it off though, I pop the enclosure back open again so that I can really thoroughly rinse each side of the enclosure. So yeah, look at all of these empty chrysalises connected with silk. When I first started raising butterflies, I used to be really creeped out by the feel of the empty chrysalises. It just was something that I was like, oh, I didn't really like the feel of them. Nowadays, it doesn't bother me just because I'm used to it. Alright, so I'm gonna take the rest of these chrysalises down and go in the bathroom and get this enclosure cleaned out.